The leaf roof almost blocks out the sky. Might want to check out that old home there to see if there's anything in it. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. Another quarrel spot. Back in the days there were things here. Now it's all gone. A solid fixer-upper over there. Wonder if anyone calls it home these days. At least you're not coming out of this empty-handed. You need to get the Optica controls in order to start it. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Excellent. That's illuminating. The jungle cave is neither hot nor cold. It's just hollow. Wow! You're in charge of that mount. Act like it. The work of a master smith. You have all the bits you need. We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome. If you had enough time and the world wasn't falling apart, you need to harmonize the notes. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Music to anyone's ear. Metal scrap. Great for making tough things. Pick a careful path. The Hex Hut. Maya makes her home here. Let's see. She figured you'd have given up by now, what with the end of the world arranged against you. She put her fate in her poppets instead. Says she makes her own friends, from whole cloth, and sometimes uses them to affect her not-so-friends. Now that you're here, Maya believes your fate might be bigger than she thought. The world might end you, but it won't end without you. If you're going to save the world, you'd better get moving. Can't just sit there on pins and needles. They'll stab right through you. Either way, she wishes you luck. Good, bad, or whatever you need. Asks if you ever wondered who might be pulling your strings, and what might happen if you thinks that's awfully easy for you to think fate's pulling your strings. Whoever's in charge, it looks like the world's on the way up. Thinks it's funny how hard you meant to improve things, no matter the result. Wonders why you bother with the myriad. They don't care for her poppets. Too bent on real things. Says she can't tell her stories without them. How would they make sense? Anyhow, she has funner things to talk about. Says her name is Maya. She doesn't get a lot of visitors nowadays. There's a jumbie hex over these parts of the land. She's beyond worry, though, and knows there's a small chance you'll survive. You're all doomed if you don't. Maya won't give up or give in. She thinks it's better to get stitching rather than curse a ripped cloth. Says they start that way, but with a little hexing of her own, they can affect a lot more than your imagination. She's crafted a poppet in defense against the World Eater closest to her, but she needs a sharper pinpricker to make use of it. She's flurfed the poppet already, so there's no need to worry about her wishcraft. It's primed on the World Eater. The only pinpricker worth using is one that was stuck in a haystack. It's a neat... Thanks you for trusting in her poppet powers. There's a serenity about this spot. That ruin looks promising. Someone lived there once. You need to harmonize the notes. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's an earful. You need to harmonize the notes. Music to anyone's ear. This place is made for monsters. Like a stone skipping across the goo on a jet. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. There are places a goo glide can't go. That hurt them. Scrap's great for building things. You always find good use for things like that. Stand against that. Maybe that key will match. Nothing, really. History is nothing but a series of stories. You don't see that in the shops. That straw barn should hold enough hay to find the pinpricker. Wow, you lucked out there. You need to re-plug the cables so each match the sequence. Nice. That rearrangement should be enough to let enough electric current pass through the board. Made it count. There's a lot on the line here. What a bonus. Finding that pinpricker is going to be like looking for a needle in a haystack. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Grab tight. So bright out now. Hold on or be gone. That looks exactly like the pinpricker Maya was talking about.
Kiki Coco Tausi Saturi Karumile.
Maya looks relieved as she's finally able to get to work on the poppet. It'll take some pinpricking to soften up the World Eater.
Karumi Wasi Mato.
Maya says there's a job roaming in the mushy mire at night. She wants to catch and bind it to a protection poppet.
Masumi Melemelo.
This time she wants to use a Snuggie poppet from an old-world automated blind box dispenser to bind the job.
Golikum Kupi Bob Lorp.
Once you've got a Snuggie poppet from a machine, go to the Mushimosh mire and catch the job before you come back here.
Folds for the like.
Says being kind can hurt you, but she's happy to take advantage of that.
Alupunka Kalum Kunzi A.
Maya says she'll stick around.
Wapa Waratina.
Wishes you goodbye. See where the goo takes you. The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen. Always sad to see a ruined shopperia like that. The cranks need to be unturned in the right order. Just a few moves left. Make them count. See the quality in that. That's an odd thing, don't you think? Bang Shelter 8K. Gotta give it to Tops and all. They built these to last. What a find! The Lotus Fortress. Hope they like you. Let's see. Days are scarce. Don't waste them. Aren't crossways fun? Just filled with possibilities. Don't stop pounding that one. Oh, painful. God, that hurt. That'll come in handy. Better hold on to that. Watch you flex. You need to get the keys in sequence. Just a few moves left. Make them count. So, the technology from yesterday's is still here today, even if its message is getting old. Feels like something's about to happen today. Wheel the control box handles to just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Might keep you from taking one to the knee. Nothing like a free ride. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Loot. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. Amazing to see so much happening today. Hold on to that. That's the Neverwake field. You missed nothing. Knock 'em flat. There's the job. This beast can move. Watch your balance. The tub flu outpost. The Lotus tribe carved this out forever ago. Let's see.
Rotilesi, sileroto.
Maya looks intrigued. It's the first time someone's been able to bind a jarb to a poppet, and she has no doubt the Snuggie did the trick.
Karumi, wasi, mato.
Maya says she's managed to pile up quite a collection of poppets over the years.
Paso, fipilo, glub.
She once made a special Barbo poppet for her friend Lump. He said it was the only one he'd ever met that loved cookies as much as him.
Waba, waratina.
Maya says she's convinced there's a poppet waiting for you, too.
Wasi, ruma, wanawa.
Says she wants to make poppets of everyone powerful. Then maybe she can help stop the world from ending.
Wasi, ruma, wanawa.
Maya says she was told you found that legendary ark, and she cannot wait to see it. Think of...
Ziwa, runatini, ninawi.
Figures it would be. How could it not?
Alopunka, kalungkunzi a.
Wonders, since the world seems to be surviving, if you'd consider turning the ark into a proper poppet theatre. It'd be perfect.
Rokautanzi. Walapun.
Thinks if anyone deserves the ark, it's you. You worked so hard to make things better.
Waba, waratina.
Wants to know how someone auditions for one of the seats on the ark.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the ark should you want to...
A conscious choice to be alone means you won't miss anyone.
The thing we're really missing here is someone with compassion. You just seem to have passion. Yourself.
The world would be a better place if we were left alone to handle it. Then we'd only have to talk to ourselves, and that's how you get the good answers.
Well, anyone in their right mind would agree you're better off on your own. Let's hope the ark carries you all the way there.
Gardina, rutitizi.
Thinks you're missing out on a lot of poppety fun.
Saturi, karumile.
Maya says put a pin in it. She's not going anywhere soon.
Koritani, folani.
Didn't have much else to say, so no problem.
Ciao, chiplat namze.
Glad you made the Lotus captain dead gone.
Egwesh enkum.
Glad you made the Lotus Captain dead gone.
For Ngwenya, ush footwater.
Glad you made the Lotus Captain dead gone. You need to believe how serious this... Glad you made the Lotus Captain dead gone. Check out that silo. Might be empty, but maybe not all empty. Nice shot. Tapped hard. Oh, it's perfect. Strange how the trees are still so full of life. It's Nanby, a new village for you. Says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues. As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village to its knees already. It's troubling that the rivals believe their reign of terror is actually going to lead to a better world. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Seems surprised you have to go.
Wout one platsier.
offers you
Non plasinum traut blow.
Let's see.
Where are Wamjo?
Offers you
Euro go wherever.
happy the true. Metal that's scrapped, all was shiny and chrome. Has no doubt you've earned the trust and support of this village. Actions speak louder than words. You did good here. Is always willing to listen. You did. Understands you have other places you need. Says it's bad enough the Tree of Life is keeling over. Now they have flies infesting their crops. If those crops die, no one around here is going to have any yum-yums to eat. They need your help to drive those flies away before the crops all die. Says there's a giant bellows you could use to blow them away. Asks if you can see that giant bellows over there. If you could point it in the right direction and then jump on it, well, maybe that would do the trick. Thanks you for thinking of their tum-tums. The only way to clear the nag flies out of here is to jump on those bellows and blow them away. Get hopping. You blew those flies away. Whoosh! Wants to know what you need to air out. Says talking to you was interesting. Let's see. He'd heard about you blending your way into the world, but he'd feared you might stew in your own juices instead. Tells you to ask anyone and know that if they say yes, they're good, honest souls. He wonders what you're going to do now that you've grown so tough and strong. Will you feed the world or watch it starve? You smell fresh and ready, like the kind of person who values nutrition and how it gives you life. He tells you that you are what you drink. So if you want to be good, drink wholesome. Otherwise, the junk will hollow you out inside. Thinks life is full of all sorts of ingredients. It's up to you what to put into your blender and your body. And if you are what you drink, what happens to you when you choose different things? Agrees that it does, but then you change the world too, right? Thinks it's amazing how the world is coming back to life. So many fresh things to drink. Says he's impressed with how hard you've tried to make things decent and tasty again. Thinks it's awesome you joined the Myriad. They're always careful about the things they put in their bodies. Nothing but leaves and light. Thinks if you're with them, you must be too. Thinks you should get your convo cooking. He's curious if you've ever had soup tastier than life itself. If not, you've come to the right place. He's widely known for his jumble juice. His thoughts are like his juice, all jumbled up in his mind. Those who claim to know him even call him Jumble. Can you believe it? He needs more customers to claim that they know him. He promises to look after you if you look out for something for him. Says it's a bit of everything, but also something particular. Jumbo wants you to keep your eyes peeled for a band of color that brightens with the sun after it rains. He's on the hunt for a concentrate of that prismatic refraction of sunlight forming in tasty droplets of rain in the sky. Find the concentrate he's looking for where the color hits the ground. Bring it back, and he'll mix a jumble juice to share. Agrees with you entirely and would be thrilled to share such tastiness with the world. The bright color arch is riding high. Follow it to the end. Vaulted. chest at the color arch's end. Short-circuiting. Just line up the gears on that lock, and it should spring open. That's a colourful find. Jumble cannot thank you enough. Nothing is as great as a surprise after the rain. He thought he was ready to make you the jumble juice, but his supply of fill-up glasses has become a bottleneck. Without it, he has nothing to put the juice in. Get him a fill-up glass, and he'll start mixing the juice in the meantime. He'll have it ready for you when you come back. That kind of glass shouldn't be too hard to find. You should be able to find one drifting about on the surf. You're helping him do the world a kindness it won't soon forget. Jumble's happy you're here. Understands you have things to do. That's a pristine weapon. Keep your eyes sharp. Hard to see in the dark. Jumble says that now he's got a fill-up glass, he's willing to part with a splash of his incredibly invigorating jumble juice. Jumble says he's got other interests than sunshine after rain. He's gathered quite a mix of curiosa over the years. The problem is, it's weighing him down now that he's shifted his focus to the sky. He'd be happy to part with some of it. He's been hauling around this stuff for too long anyways. Says it's whether the weather weathers well that worries him most. Wonders what you know about the Ark now that you've got it under control. Guesses that has to be true. Too bad you can't eat it, though. Figures if the world rolls on, the Ark would be a great way to see it. Go anywhere, collect any ingredients. Admires you for doing as much as you could to set things right for the world. Says he thinks there might be a seat still free on the Ark, and he knows just what he'd cook up for the trip.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's
A conscious choice to be alone means you won't miss anyone.
The thing we're really missing here is someone with compassion. You just seem to have passion for yourself.
The world would be a better place if we were left alone to handle it. Then we'd only have to talk to ourselves, and that's how you get the good answers.
Well, anyone in their right mind would agree you're better off on your own. Let's hope the Ark carries you all the way there.
Says it's your Ark, your seats. Blend them how you like. Jumble says seeing you always brightens his day. Hopes to see you again soon.